So, this is like the last heavy single of this block, and I'm feeling good. Ever since Russell Wall, he said that, you know, when he steps out of bed in the morning, he puts his feet on the ground. That's how he judges how the day is going to be. I've kind of taken to that. I understand it. It feels nice. I'm like, right, I'm a little sore in my right heel. Apart from that, man, I'm feeling good. Maybe a little springy. But all in all, I'm feeling ready. So, the fit is going to be very basic. The fit isn't anything crazy. I've started listening to my gut a lot more recently. And this is the fit that my gut has picked out now, don't get me wrong. It might not have the best fashion sense, but, you know, it's deadlifts. I don't spend a lot of money on my, workout outfits. Like, I've never bought anything from Gymshark or, you know, Young LA. The only stuff I've ever bought is, like, an A7 t-shirt because I needed it. Everything else I've got given. Not because I'm a sponsored athlete from people like Gymshark, just like I've done work with them in the past and they gave me free stuff for it. But let me just lock you in on the fit real quick. So, the fit, this isn't going to work, is it? I'm going to have to back all the way up into the corner. The fit is literally just grey trackies and this. As I said, it's really nothing crazy. It is, it's chill. It's chill like that. So, yeah. Just rocking this A7 t-shirt, some trackies. I'm definitely going for like the function over form kind of vibes. I'm just trying to be comfy. But I will say, when it comes to deadlifting, wearing like a tighter top, something where I can feel my lats engage a little bit more against the fabric, it helps. It really does help. So I'm now going to get the rest of my outfit together. I might try and like zhuzh it up a bit, but we'll see. I'm not really, I've never been one of those people that really is there like, oh, feel good, lift good, smell good, or however that goes. I've definitely always been one of those people where it's like, I'm just there to do what I'm doing, but I'm starting to lean into it a little bit more just because I do understand, like, if you're happy, you're going to lift better, and for a lot of people, if you look good, you'll feel happier. So I'm trying to lean into that slightly more. So I might, you know, zhuzh it up with a baseball cap. You can tell my partner wore this last. Alright, we've settled with the fit. We're not going with the hat. That looked weird. So we're going with the turtleneck zipper. Polo sport top. Yeah. Riley's here. So we're now up to top set, which is 302.5. I think this is, it's only like the 6th time that I've deadlifted 300 conventional, or like 300 plus I should say. I've hit 320 twice, 310 once. I think I've hit 300 maybe 3 or 4 times. But this will be the first time I've done 302.5. And yeah, it's feeling nice. The 260, everything up until the 260 I couldn't quite like click my technique. But then, yeah, it just clicked. And I'm not going to say to the camera what I changed, because I feel like I'll forget it if I say it here. I'll probably keep it internalized for now. So yeah, I just need to hit this for a single, make it feel good, make it look good, and then the back offs. So, I'll be honest, I don't think the form was great on that. I was stood too close to the bar, so I couldn't push into my toes enough. So I ended up getting like a lot of butt tuck which is why that was kind of like weird towards lockout. It was just me trying to like get it over the issue. Now, the benefit of this is even with bad form, I can still pull 302.5. So, ups and downs, but we've now got a double, and the minimum weight for that double is 285, which is my top set from last week. But I have a magical feeling that I want to do 290 instead for the double. So I'm going to go and do 290. And I'm probably going to I'm not going to use strap for it, I'll just grip it. And I am most definitely going to rip open my hand. But I found that like straps actually make my deadlifts worse. Yeah, I don't know whether it's because I spend too much time in the bottom position or what, but I end up spending so much time that I kind of like mess up. I think it gets me out of the zone. But yeah, I need to work on that too. But I'm going to step a little bit further back for this deadlift and just see if that helps with the 290 double. Alrighty, so that is the 290 double, and the form was atrocious. It's weird. If I cue a lot of glutes, if I cue a great deal of like posterior chain tension, I just end up going into that really rounded position because I just have a long body and short arms, so it's trying to compact itself into that space. But the issue is it's not an efficient position. It's a very inefficient position, and you can see like as I get tired, I am not very far off ending up hitching those. And therefore that means that form doesn't work. I need a form that even when I'm tired is still a clean rep. So I think I'm just gonna have to resort to kind of like the internal hip rotation, very quad dominant press. But the issue I have with that then is there's no glute. But I still struggle to find this middle ground. It's really annoying. Last week, that 285 was phenomenal. And the tension was great, and the back tension was perfect, and the everything was great about that. And then I just can't seem to replicate it. I go through the cues in my head, and the outcome is completely different. So, we're still not there yet, but we're getting there. We've now got back off doubles. So we've got 265 for a 2x2, and then we've got something less than that. I think it's another 5% drop. Yeah, it's a 5% drop off 265. So it's all easy work from here on out, really. But I'm still annoyed about that 290. Alright, we're going to talk about now the technique, because I think I nailed it on the first set of 260, and I came pretty damn close on the second set. So it's setting up with my feet, yeah, it's setting up with the bar. So I've got like 2 Velcro straps on my Notorious lifts, and it's setting up with the bar just in front of the like furthest Velcro strap towards my toes. It's also not forcing like internal like heel, hip, knee rotation where like I pull the weight down the inside of my foot. It's not that, it's keeping like full foot pressure. And it's kind of just like getting in a really nice kind of over the hip position, reaching for the bar, and then standing up, doing my full like exhale core brace, my diaphragmatic breathing, setting, and then reaching a little bit for the bar on the way down, keeping like my hips hinged nicely back, and then pulling back into it. And I get a crap ton of toe pressure and a lot of quad that fires me off the ground. And then because I'm so like into my toes, the natural push throws me back into my heels in perfect timing for lockout, where I need that glute tension from the heel pressure. So the two 265s, doubles that I just did, felt really good. Far better than 302.5 and definitely better than 290. But we've now got, I think it's 245, 240 as our final double, and then we're just on to bench volume. Not much to be said about bench volume, I don't think, this week. I'm just getting it up now, and I'll let you know. But I think it's triples, maybe, a top triple. Oh no, it's 4x3. So I'm going to be doing like 205 probably for that 4x3. And then we've got some normal grip Larsen press, some wide grip pull down, some barbell curls. Now, my elbow hasn't been hurting as much after deadlifting as it did last week. So I think, yeah, it's a little painful if I sit in like neutral grip and push, but it's a lot better than it was. So I won't do any triceps, but I think I'll be good to do like the pull downs because they were triggering the pain. And then obviously curls will be fine. I'll also probably throw on some shoulders because I realised that like I've not actually gone and trained shoulders now in about 5 days, which is a complete contradiction to the whole goal of getting boulder shoulders. Forgive me. So yeah, I've got one more set of deadlifts and then bench volume, but it's going to be 240. It's not going to be anything special, so I'm going to cut this, and I'm excited for the bench. The bench is going to be the best, I think. A nice 4x3, decent weight. I'd like to do all 4 sets at 205, but we'll see where it takes us. Alright, so I didn't record the first set. I was really silly. I didn't check the battery percentage, so we started recording and then I went over to the camera and the camera's just dead. So that's my bad. You ought to saw the second set though. Both sets, my left foot slid by pulling the rug. So I was sat just like that. And even with that, this is still well within range. It's just annoying. So for the final sets, I really like ripped this rug out to try and get all the stretch out of it, so that when I leg drive through it, it doesn't stretch unevenly. But 205 is feeling good, and this technique is holding up. Like, it feels heavy. It doesn't feel slow, which is nice. It's nice to have that confidence back in bench. The setup is slightly iffy, just because of the bench in these racks backs onto like the plate holders, so I can't get as far back as I want to. Otherwise, I'm going to headbutt at 25. That's not fun. Definitely not one of the best pre-lift rituals. I am, however, listening to salsa music at the moment. Yeah, and this is whatever the opposite of rage is. It's steppy step time whilst I benchy. There's not a great deal to be said when it comes to bench, really. Especially not now. Like my heavy singles done. I got some like block press stuff, but at the end of the day, like all of this is secondary work. It's not the reason we're all here. It's not big weight. I mean, it starts with a 2. It's not big weight, you know. It's not 250. It's not 240. My knee's sore. My right knee. But yeah, so we got 2 more sets. I realise at this point I'm just rambling, but I'll get into a groove of talking about interesting stuff. To be fair, actually, I will say, I saw a guy on Instagram today talking about you should not be in a comfortable position when you bench, and I could not agree more. When he was basically saying people will unrack and then just drop their ass to the bench.
and that is the worst thing you can do. And it was nice. That's the first ever person I've ever heard say it alongside myself. But you shouldn't drop your ass to the bench. You should be trying to, like, inch by inch, lower it whilst maintaining full leg tension until you feel it touch the bench and it doesn't go any further. You don't relax. Because realistically, your leg drive should be 1 point power from your feet to your, like, your shoulders, your chest. But if you drop your hips, it dumps into your hips, and there's no point in being there. So yeah, that's my side note on technique today. It was cool to hear someone else jump on the train and agree. Alright, that is my second last set. It's probably going to be the last one I show you guys. I don't think I need to just sit here and put you through 4 sets of bench that are not an issue. It's not heavy ass weight. It's whatever. So we've got pull downs and bicep curls as accessories. I'm still yet to decide how I want my content to come across, whether it's just like the accessories are just some music and it's just the visual side of it. But I do lean more towards just like the talking side when I'm doing my accessories. But it's difficult because also when I do my accessories, I don't really tend to talk a great deal. I don't have to force myself, but I definitely have to be like, don't forget, there's a camera, you need to talk to the camera, rather than me just staring off into space like that. So, we'll see. I mean, if you know which one you prefer, you can let me know in the comments, but definitely, like, still in between the two. Not found my style quite yet. We'll get there. But I'm going to do one more set of this, and then we've got accessories. I think I'll start with wide grip pull downs. If the wide grip pull downs are taken, I've just been doing pull-ups because I do want to get better at pull-ups. It's a cool thing to be able to do. It's a 122 kilo guy. It's just like whack out 10 reps of a pull-up, easy. Especially with the new scapula pull as well. That's been good fun. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's just a fat bastard doing pull-ups. Getting quite a nice back bump off this. It's something that I feel like I've struggled with for a while, is getting any kind of use out of a pull-up. I just didn't get like much of a back bump. I didn't feel like I was getting anything out of it. But since I learned the whole, pull from the scapula cue, it's quite nice. I think the biggest problem for me is just my grip gives out. My grip will give out before my back does. Hence why I put these on. But even then, after doing like 8 reps of deadlifts, my hands are gone. So this is just beating a dead horse when it comes to grip strength. My hands are all kinds of messed up right now. I definitely didn't nearly fall off the bench there. I gotta say, the whole lat tension cues I've been going through for my deadlift, when I do get them right, they work really well. but like, holy hell, my mid and lower lats have never felt more tight in my life. So there's pros and cons. It means I've got another muscle group that I need to worry about making sure isn't going to knock into in a negative way, like my bench or my squat. I might have chosen slightly too heavy a weight for the lateral raise. Okay. Fatigue is kicking in there. That is, like I can just feel my form getting worse and I'm losing a lot of the mind-muscle connection. So I'm going to leave these here and then do some bicep curls, which I will do here because the bicep curls push against here feel really good. But I might also just do standing bicep curls because they have been absolutely nailing my bicep recently, just like really squeezing through. It's been a game changer for me. Yeah, learning to push into that wall of discomfort definitely is a necessity, but it is not an easy thing to do, to actively feel discomfort approaching and to almost accelerate into that. It's like seeing a brick wall, and instead of slowing down, you speed up. And it's a very like counterintuitive. It's everything against your survival instinct. When you're chasing that point of failure and pushing into it, you are literally going against your own survival instincts to get away from that discomfort and that pain. People that enjoy the gym are weird. That being said, I've got White Girl Rihanna playing, and obviously she's not white, but you know, white girl music, and it goes hard. That sucks. That's pretty hard. Bicep training. Now don't get me wrong, it's not biceps that I need to get better, it's triceps. But the bicep training is going well regardless. It's moving very well. Yeah, that was difficult. No. Yeah, that was difficult. Not being able to stabilize against something when I row makes it, well, obviously less stable, but it doesn't give me anything to leverage against. So to be fair, it's probably better for just targeting the back because I'm not pulling myself into anything or pushing myself into anything, which is nice. All right, so that is this session and nearly this week done, which means it's also nearly this block done. We're now only got 2 more days. Just gonna clip my back up there. We've only got 2 more days now until the end of this block, but we have secured the 12.5 kilo total at like RP 8 to 9. The squat was definitely, I'd say, maybe not. The bench was definitely RPE. Deadlift, some. Bench, squat, maybe. But still, it's more than I put up at Southerns, and it's literally the second block. It's the first block I've had of singles since Nationals, and we're already at 812. So I'm feeling very optimistic about how the rest of this year could go. But I've got to say, it's nice now having a more confirmed feeling and understanding of my own fatigue. So coming into this week, I felt like just a bit slower, a bit groggier, and I was sleeping longer. Like I've had kind of 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night, which has been great, but I wake up feeling like I've hit a brick wall just because my body is trying its best just to overcompensate for all that fatigue, and it's done its job fair enough to it. But now I know how that feels. It means that I can judge my fatigue better for future blocks. The only sessions we've got left now are the high bar volume and the bench, the like pin press, block press bench. So it's all secondary stuff. It's not anything that I'm going to be pushing massively. It's not anything that I'm trying to PR on. It's kind of just more towards the hypertrophy stuff. My goal now, because I am going to shift my goal for the rest of this, is I want to get my right hand knee feeling good. So I need to break down that inner quad and get it just acting as it should. And then hopefully high bar will be painless. And I want to really solidify my form for the block press, because I have felt like it's been very varied, this block. I mean, it's been varied for like a year now, but we're starting to get back towards that golden age bench. And that means I need to keep hammering at it to lock that form in. But now I'm going to go get my protein in. Probably going to cook myself some lunch, even though it's like 5 o'clock. And then shower. No bath. Legs didn't really get much of a workout today. That was all back. Those deadlifts, back and glutes. But I hope your lifts stay big. I hope your stress stays small. If you like this,
like, comment, subscribe. I'd appreciate it hugely. And I'll see you for the next one. Catch.